What's up, board game people? It's news time again, and we have a lot coming your way. Grab a snack, sit back, and let's roll through this. Before we begin, please know I don't receive any money for my videos from game companies. I make my videos to help us all keep up to date and informed on the happenings in the hobby. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe, and if I get something wrong or miss something, let me know in the comments. For me, this was worthy of a news flash, but I have company over this week. Getting videos out is going to be extremely tough, so out with it. I'm thrilled to be able to say that Dia Games and Steamforged Games have entered into a long-term partnership that will see Euthia Torment of Resurrection returning to Kickstarter on July 26th. They're returning with a full reprint of the core game and all planned expansions. I'm very excited for Dia Games, and I'm sure the partnership with Steamforged will help us see amazing new content coming out of them for a long time. Harakiri Blades of Honor is indicating that the price of the Ronin reward will increase after July 14th. Their pledge manager is open to new backers for a bit longer, so you can still get the Kickstarter level deals if you have been holding out. They gave us a look at new map tiles, updated components, and most importantly, we've been given our first look at the production samples of the minis that are absolutely living up to the concept art. Run! The ice is melting! Frostpunk is feeling the summer heat approaching and sharing with us some great shots of the in-game testing. They've received a production copy of the game and returned it to the manufacturer with notes about the boxes being too dark. They've also given us a preview of the design for the iceberg box, which should hold everything, including the game mat. I wish more creators could add game storage solutions for mats like this. This one I missed. Agemonia is continuing to juggle all the moving parts of development and production. They've given us a sneak peek of several of the equipment cards and our first look at the app screen for level 2. They also offered up a teaser of the Sign of the Squid mission in the update. The roadmap continues to tick off their progress, and at this time they're still planning on shipping in Q1 of 2023. Last call. Middara will be closing their pledge manager on July 6th. You have until then to get reprints of Wave 1 and pre-orders of Wave 2 content. Everything is on offer in one form or another, but be warned, this is a wallet killer. They also have given us a preview of Wave 2 content, and the coolest thing in the update has to be the seemingly miles-long flowchart that maps out Act 2 and 3. Check out the link in the video description to see that video for yourself. The news coming out of Dawn of Madness and their latest update isn't the best, but it's still some progress. COVID shutdowns continue to delay the actual game development work, as they need to be able to work in person to continue. They have, on the other hand, been working on the production of the miniatures box and its contents. The update shows lots of pictures from the factory floor, and you even get a peek at some of the mini goodness. Here's a random one, but hopefully helpful nonetheless. The Steam Summer Sale is in full swing. You have until next week to snag yourself some great deals if you're looking for something new to play on PC or VR. We have Signs of Life from Oathsworn into the Deepwoods second printing. A Kickstarter pre-launch page has popped up and already amassed over 1,000 followers. No news on whether this will include an expansion or anything new, but I know there are a few things that I'd like to add to my copy, and there are tons of people who are wanting to grab a copy for themselves, so that time is coming quick. Production timeline estimates have been posted for Tanares Adventures, the board game portion of the massive combined Tanares Kickstarter. Plastics and some of the printing has already begun for the project, with the final print files arriving at the factory by July 20th. August should see the end of mass production and boxes being loaded onto ships and shipped to fulfillment hubs in September. So hopefully October-November people will actually see the start of the first wave of content from Tanares hitting their doors. They postulate that this has turned into one of the largest dungeon crawlers to date, and they have the numbers to back it up. The miniatures they're showing are looking great. The quality's actually a bit higher than I was expecting. So that begs the question, what about the Tanares RPG side of the coin? Well, there the timeline is a bit looser and a bit more, shall we say, optimistic. They will reopen the pledge manager in September for shipping and vast costs. Around the end of the year, mass production will begin and digital copies will be sent to the correct backers. They intend to ship the RPG rewards to backers in Q1 of 2023. This update, they're showing off the mythical and legendary packs. This week we heard from the almighty and always delayed Poots. Adam took to the comment section in a rare break to answer some of the burning backer questions. Some tongue-in-cheek answers were given about the negative progress in some of the areas of the project, and again he's trying to assure the masses that his head is in the project and laser-focused. A great answer and explanation was given about the modularity of expansions and new contents going forward. In short, this is a challenge they keep in mind and intend to have tackled so content can be combined in a way that makes sense. Overall, he knows it's time to be done with the Gambler's Chest and move on to finishing the expansions, and all hands are on deck for that purpose alone. You can check out the full QA session at a link in the video description. Castles of Burgundy crossed the finish line with an extremely strong showing and proving once again that Gamefound can and will be a contender as a crowdfunding platform even as the pool gets a little deeper. The project ended with just under 3 million euros in funding, the unlock of the Vineyards expansion, and a whole slew of component upgrades that make this easily the nicest version of Castles released to date. ISS Vanguard has released an unboxing video for the production copy of the core. Coming in at 8 kilograms, it's the heaviest Awakened Realms game to date, and the box even contains an instruction diagram on the side to help you get everything back inside. The rulebook is looking quite nice, and the binder and materials all fit inside the box and look fantastic. This game has a ton of books. It'll be interesting to see how it actually lays out on the table and how much flipping back and forth to different books will happen. Let's take a break in here with a little retail talk. Fantasy Flight has posted a preview of the Marvel Champions Cyclops Hero Pack that will be available in September. Scott Summers enters the fray as a leader, able to include any of the X-Men allies in his deck. The pack includes Beast and Dust allies, and you can build from there. Releases for this week are really sparse, and the only thing worth noting is CMON has made the Zombicide 2nd Edition Complete Upgrade Kit available at retail for around $16. As always, there's an affiliate link to some of the items mentioned in the video description, and while it costs you nothing extra to order through that link, anything you buy after clicking that link helps support our channel, and that help is greatly appreciated. Now back to the crowdfunding news. The Hell Pledge Manager is closed and they're showing off the Resin Masters for miniatures. The quality is right in line with the rest of Mythic's projects, which means it's good but not great. The washed mock-ups they do show look nice, and have left me wishing I had added that to my pledge. They've given us an updated roadmap with not too much filled in, but it does give you a sense of exactly how far off the project is still from delivery. It'll be interesting to see how this chart gets updated month to month. Arydia published a quick update giving us a nice status check, showing the PM still closing in sometime in August and the delivery in December of 2022. The soundtrack production is underway and samples are available to those interested. They gave us a look at the renderings for the colored base snaps for the miniatures. Let's flip over to another project that's way behind but seems to be building some steam. Primal Awakening is showing off more of the wax masters for the miniatures. Most look amazing, but I'm still on the fence for the Uruxan. Let me know what you think in the comments. They're still looking at shipping solutions and trying to target best prices to get the project to backers when the time comes. After a bit of a rocky start, the pledge manager for Zerywia and Zerywia Quest is open on Gamefound. It's set to run till the end of July, and late pledging will start in and run through the end of August. The Warbox has been added to most large pledge packages for free, which should help save a bit of shelf space when it arrives. The pledge manager doesn't really contain any surprises, but it can still be a wallet beater if you aren't prepared. Fractal Beyond the Void has sent an update from the other side. They've entered into the final stages of production, and the silence from their side turns out to be a good thing. Their heads are down and they're attempting to bring this ship across the finish line. They hope to receive the mass production sample copy in the middle of July, and once the approval process is complete, they will launch this beauty into overdrive. Resident Evil has offered a sneak peek at the last of the core characters, Chris Redfield. Chris is an all-rounder character that acted as a template for the rest of the core characters, so he ends up being exactly what you'd expect if you've played any of the video games. I won't go into great detail, but feel free to check the link in the description to get the full story. Lobotomy 2 has entered the approval process for many of the game components, with the dice and the miniatures already ready for mass production. They are awaiting the first box, tiles, and token samples to arrive and hope to have an idea of the box size soon. Having fully localized versions doesn't seem to be in the cards. They will have rulebooks translated and available as PDFs in many languages, but the cards and components will remain in English only. Aeons in, Past and Future cross the finish line in an expected fashion, with a new core box and 2 small expansions added to the ever-growing library of SKUs within this product line. The Pledge Manager should be opening soon, and more updates on actual development and production are in the works. Second wave shipping of Etherfields is crawling forward at a snail's pace. UK parcels are out with more than half already delivered. The EU orders should be shipping soon, and the 2 US ships are hitting port around July 16th. This is the project that taught me to always choose split shipping. I'm so very eager for this to finally hit my table, but it still seems so far away. My sympathies for those having to wait for the Wave 2 language editions. Earth Under Siege Flashpoint is back with a look at the progress of the sculpted bases, and honestly, I don't remember the minis ever looking this good. If the renders match the quality, these are going to be great. Miniature files have already been submitted for review, and artwork is nearly complete. The cards and books are well on their way as well. This campaign is keeping pace quite well, and they're showing off respawn cards, some new art, and a feature piece on Olivia Mad Doc Moss in this update. The Pledge Manager for Earth Under Siege is expected to close at the end of August or some point in September. Well, that's it for today. That's all the news I could find, and I'm sure we'll be back soon with a whole ton more. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe and consider hitting that like button. It helps our channel grow, and it helps us reach more people like you. Also, if you'd like to join our Discord community, you'll find a link in the description of this video. Well, that's all I've got. Thank you for watching, and play something fun tonight.